Hi. Don't get about me. Hi, Lenny. Wow, you got the first one. You got the first redeem for the first time. Sorry, I'm eating ramen right now. Hold on. Okay. I have to do a food journal because my therapist needs to make sure I'm eating. So I had to write down mini ramen. Although when it's proper night for me. Hi. Okay. Yep, that's my alarm to wake up. I was gonna start stream later because I was up for 22 hours yesterday. I was up for I think from 2:20 a.m. to next day 3:40 a.m. basically. But during the day, I took like a 2 hour nap, so like I'll say like 23 hours. Okay. I want to check something. So apparently you can check who the fuck blocked you on Twitter. It would be interesting to see. I know you could check who you blocked. I didn't know you could check who blocked you. I blocked so many people. Most of them are bots. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, apparently you can't. Oh well. Mm. Streaming HSR. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. I had to change some stuff. I'm back. Welcome back. Okay. So, by the way, I got a controller now. What does this mean? I get to be more lazy playing Honkai Star Rail. Okay, I'm gonna run ads before we start the story. Just so we have more time to do shit, you know? No, 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 no. Bro, I already did it. Oh, I still need to do these. Ooh. Hi, Sheba. Damn it. I just saw you online. Rah. I've been online for like 17 minutes. It's fine. Why? What's wrong? No, no, I just rated otherwise I would have rated you. No, okay. Are you having a... It's okay. You don't have to rate out to me, man. Guys, how do you plug this in? It's not plugging in. Oh yeah, you go on the top. We even have a plan of attack. We have... Hey! Guys, we're gonna have to learn the controls for an Xbox controller, because, someone, aka me, has been using the Switch controller for most of their life, and is not used to an Xbox controller, because she hasn't touched it since she was in... like, since she was 12. Probably even younger. Damn it, hitting myself right now. No! No! No, 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 no. Don't do that. No, no, no. No, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. That's bad. Oh, you did activate it. My bad. I thought I activated shit on accident. Okay, I'll give it back. There you go. Sorry, I'm feeling really tired, so I'm just gonna go get some rest. That's all okay, man. Excuses. No problem. Thanks for lurking. No more excuses. We don't have. Oh, by the way, so I got this guy. Oh. So I just got a second wolf, dude. Cause, I meant to only wish on his banner, but my dumbass didn't. So I got him. I got a second one of him. But I also got, his light cone. So that's good. Okay, so I have 125 tickets. We'll be starting today with 125 tickets. Oh shit, you know what I forgot to do? I'm gonna go to OBS. HSR. Okay. So that's good. We got that. Like, nope. Like, give me a second. Characters. Ooh, you're so close. Oh. Okay. Now we have his light cone all the way up. A. Okay. It is your way.
All this free time, why not make the most of it with a game?
Tribu's memory has unveiled the very first prophecy. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. Only one shall live till the end, and they alone will witness Era Nova. If I take on Ornix trial, will the prophecy come to pass for me as well? Regardless, I must give Agalia an answer.
Ah, it's you, Cass. I finished the anthology of poems you lent me. Here it is.
I thought you'd be too preoccupied to find time for...
Precisely because of these obligations, I felt compelled to read it swiftly.
Wouldn't all these preoccupations slow your pace?
On the contrary, knowing that time is limited can push one to overcome their limitations. The weight of these responsibilities seems to have enhanced my reading efficiency.
I understand completely. During my time at the Grove, the closer exams drew, the more efficient I became at tackling everyday mundane tasks. Anything but my actual studies.
Precisely. As I remember, you and Finon were both disciples of the new Sporists. I assume that Anaxa's exams were as unreasonable as the man himself, correct?
The courses Professor Anaxa taught were Introduction to Alchemy and History of Mythology. And to be perfectly honest, those two courses were the students' greatest nightmares.
The history of mythology taught by the blasphemous great performer himself. I can imagine their fear.
Now that I think about it, students would often rush to the podium during class to challenge him on those blasphemous ideas. May I ask, Lady Aglaia, has your relationship with Professor Anaxa always been like this?
He openly dismisses people's faith and questions the very justification of the Flame Chase journey. Our positions have been destined to be at odds. While you were studying there, I assume you must have heard of his nickname.
Dromus draped in finery?
As I see it, this nickname is more of an insult to the Dromas.
Oh!
Despite his insufferable arrogance, I do hold a certain respect for his nature as a scholar. To remain true to his principles, he is unafraid to stand opposed to the world, and that requires considerable resolve. Anaxagoras' life is almost like a satire. As a Chrysos heir, he refuses to heed the prophecy, while he disrespects the gods.
The gods have chosen him.
He was indeed chosen by Circes.
Really?
Is something weighing on you, Cass? The golden thread is quivering. I sense there's more to this exchange than idle chatter.
With all due respect, I'd like to know what you plan to do with him.
That's fair.
In light of his assistance in the battle against the Flame Reaver, I am willing to grant him some time to find a way to remove the core flame. However, if Anaxa decides to make any move that places us in danger, I will not hesitate to take extreme measures.
Just as I feared.
The Flame Chase journey is the destined path for the Chrysos heirs. Yet he now seems more like an empty shell. Given his strong sense of self-respect, I trust that Anaxagoras will make the right decision.
Still, I can't help but hope for another possibility. Perhaps Anaxa will also overcome his limitations, now that he knows time is limited.
I understand your stance. Let's continue this discussion another time.
What?
But now, let's greet our guest.
Ah, she wants to end it because people are coming
You're
over.
here.
AKA us.
Does this mean you're ready to take on Orynyx's trial?
We are ready.
It seems that this sacred beast is just as indispensable, given their intricate ties to the Titan.
Memmy mem, memmy mem 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 mem, memmy mem memmy mem.
Surrendering the core flame is a Chrysos heir's duty. Your selfless assistance is deeply appreciated. However, I urge you to carefully consider the risks of accepting the
I mean,
title.
I'm not even human. I already have
Means forsaking your humanity.
I already have a Stellaron in
You
me.
inherit Orynyx's divinity and bear the time of Amphorius, all on your own. From that point onward, your fate will be forever intertwined with ours, never to be separated again, until the end of Genesis. It's exceedingly rare to find a capable Chrysos heir. If this path proves unattainable, there are still many priests of Yanissopolis and their descendants in the city. If I'm left with no other option, I'll try to find someone worthy among them.
If I do not descend into hell, who will? Don't worry.
Memmy memmy mem, memmy mem mem.
Uh-oh.
Memmy mem mem mem.
You'll be heading straight to heaven?
Memmy mem, memmy mem 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 hero.
We've come so far and everyone's counting on you to be the hero. As for the trial, you have nothing to fear. The Time Titan may be willful at times, but they never caused us any harm. Myth has it that Ornyx opposes mortals, but to me, they just seem a bit timid, like a child.
It looks like you know that Titan rather well.
Oddly enough, I don't even remember ever meeting them, but the moment I saw Abyss 6, Ornyx's memories were already in my head.
Memories that exist outside of your own experiences.
I can't explain why, but I can vouch for Mem's words. When I was in the abyss, I heard the Titan's groans, full of pain and grievances, yet without any ill will.
Since you've made your decision, go back to the bath chamber and get some rest. Trinen will call for you when the ceremony is ready. It is difficult for me, as the guide, to absolve myself from blame for things to have progressed to this point. Time and again, you have risen to the occasion for Akima. Nearly rewarding you with some honeydew is no longer able to express the extent of our gratitude.
Oh, okay.
When the dust settles, I hope that we'll have the chance to have a long chat regarding your return journey and the curse of the sky.
Hi, Avery!
It's about time that we lift the taboo and discuss things open.
Ooh, okay. That'll be nice. Hi, Castris.
Mister, may everything go well for you and Mem. It's nothing.
The longer I look at her eyes, the emptier I feel inside. How's stream been, everyone doing?
I an anthology of poems that Lady Trianne had gifted to me. Tracing back, this anthology was something left for Lady Trianne by a bard before their passing. Although personal properties should be cleared out once their owner has passed on, Lady Trianne gave this book to me since she knew how much I like to read. It just contains an allegory. In a faraway land, in a city known as Styxia, a dragon corrupted by the Black Tide descended one day, swooping upon the city like death itself. It swallowed the princess of the city whole before it was suppressed. After taking down the evil dragon, the warriors discovered that the princess's life had already met its end.
This is creepy.
Overwhelmed by grief, the queen hired an alchemist to resurrect the princess using the dragon's flesh and blood. However, having lost memories of her previous life, the resurrected princess turned into an evil dragon herself and wreaked havoc on the city. As a result, the prosperous Styxian...
This is not a nice poem. I don't like it.
The author of this book is Archepia, a wandering bard who traveled to many cities. Among the things she left behind are poems, dictionaries, and many tragicomedy scripts. She even clearly underlined and took notes in books that covered myths with her elegant handwriting.
Whose eyes? My eyes? Agalio's eyes? Agalio eyes? I can understand. Those eyes have no warmth in them. How's stream been doing, everyone? I've been doing alright. We just started the story, so we're chilling here. I have a controller now, as you can tell. A leg. I don't even know how to fucking pronounce her name. But yeah.
While
I can see
flipping
that.
through these books, I felt like I was afforded a glimpse into the life of Archepia. It felt just like I was traveling with someone that I'd never met before. It was as if she had yet to pass on and was still alive. That's right. Writing, drawing, and taking photographs. It seems like human nature to try and leave records of things. Speaking of taking photographs, when I was helping you to take the photo previously, I did not look through the photos in your Stone out of courtesy. But I'm also very curious about the story of the Rosy Celestial Maiden. Despite having visited many cities in Amphorius, I still understand nothing about the world beyond the sky.
They still haven't fixed her mouth.
If there is an opportunity... forget it. Let's talk about this in the future. For now, I only hope that you'll be able to complete the trial safely and obtain Orynyx's blessing.
They still haven't fixed her mouth. It's been 3 patches, and they still haven't fixed her damn mouth. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why is her mouth not fixed still? Why? Why you no fix her mouth? Hoyo, fix her mouth. Everyone's mouth is fine. Her mouth is fucked. You guys gotta fix it. Like, when she talks, it actually does move. Like, for example, when My Day talks, his mouth actually fucking moves.
What are you folks going to do next?
When Agalia talks, her mouth moves. When Castorus talks, her mouth barely fucking moves. I truly think the VA who did it was whispering to ensure, like, that calm voice.
Have you heard?
Like, she was whispering, hi... Gosh, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Kwatachi? Welcome, welcome. We're just playing Honkai Star Rail. But, like, Castorus's mouth is fucked. Like, when... I think it's truly... She's whispering. Shy? Cool.
Seems like all
Like, when she talks, right? Her mouth barely moves. And I think it's because of how it was recorded. And her... I think it was maybe, like...
A day of peaceful repose.
a whisper into the mic, and they had to turn it up. I don't know. But I know the mouth moves based on the speaker. Because that's probably how it was easier to do it.
all the rooms are full.
Yeah, I'm talking about Castorus. Whenever she talks, it doesn't move properly. Her mouth doesn't move properly.
That's right. Oh, partner, you're back just in time.
And Don Hong still
Something
doesn't
that
speak.
Both of you should probably know.
Some good news?
Good news? I wouldn't call it that.
Do you remember the Counselor of Elders was do you remember the Council of Elders that was on our heels previously? Seemed like they've made their move.
Some background information for you. The Council of Elders is an authoritative body in Amphorius, made up of different city representatives. They hold legislative power over the Holy City, and are in charge of presiding over the citizens'
Oh, I know
assembly
that.
held once every few years.
I love saying about that. And if you didn't know, they're both Kronk's sons. The VA for Kronk. They're both of they're his sons.
This is the most important social event of Akima. It is highly influential. and can even affect what happens to the flame chase.
I've never watched Family Guy, so I don't know who that is. Perhaps you should retake some exams next time we visit Paperfold University. Yes, I do know this, Chai. I appreciate it, but I do keep up with the fun facts about the English VAs. And that was all over Twitter when that was first announced.
Despite her vision and wisdom that spans across thousands of years, even she cannot win over the hearts of everyone. Every 5 to 10 years, the Council of Elders organizes a citizens' assembly at Dawncloud.
Yeah. I believe so. Yes. Yes, because she voices Navia in Genshin Impact. I knew that. That didn't shock me because I knew she voiced Navia already. I just had to make sure before I said it. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, when it was a while ago, but it was announced those two were already married. Like, people found out right away that those two were married. So I knew this. I appreciate it though. Not many people know these facts about English VAs. Because many people don't play it in English these. Just fine. But I play in English. I also can recognize the voices. If you didn't know, Anaxia's VA is also the Syscon brother in Mashal. He also voices Wise in ZZZ.
During the assembly, the representatives will vote on major issues, such as whether the Chrysos heirs led by Aglaia should still hold the right to govern the Holy City, and whether the Titan's conquest should continue.
Sounds like some sort of system to balance the heroes and the mortals.
That is correct. However, the problem lies in the fact that there are ill-intentioned extremists in the Council of Elders. They view the Citizens' Assembly as a way to restrain the Chrysos
I
heirs,
have Dr.
or to take
Ratio in
complete
his light
control
cone.
over the flame chase journey. We can refer to them as the opposition. During the assemblies held in the past 100 years, the voices supporting the opposition have been growing stronger in the shadows. It's only thanks to Aglaia that the
I don't
flame
know
chase
who
journey
that
has been
girl
able to
meets
continue to this
world.
day. The Citizens' Assembly is just around the corner.
But you didn't respond to my fun
There
fact.
seems to be a new variable to the situation.
You didn't respond to my fun fact about Naxia. It's a real life show. I figured that. I'm not that fucking dumb. But I told you a fun fact. I've been responding to your fun facts. Be polite if you responded to my fun fact about Naxia's VA is also Wise's VA, but is also the Syscon dude in Mashal. The guy who loves his sister so much is willing to become like someone high up just to save his sister who's losing her magic. Sorry, I like politeness. Oh yeah. Of course I didn't watch it. I have no reason to watch that. That was from when I was super young, man. I wasn't even alive then. Welsh femboy has followed me. Welcome, welcome. I don't even know where to start. What do I call you? Do I just call you femboy? Do I call you Welsh? What would you like to be called? What is the VA name? I don't fucking know. I don't know names. It's VA. Oh, fuck. Stephen Few. He also does Iron Fist, VA, and Marvel Rivals. Call me whatever you're comfortable with. I've been called West and Femboy by different streamers. Well, what do you prefer to be called, man? Let me know what you prefer to be called. Oh, we're at 9:48 now. Hell yeah, we're 2 away from 9:50. New blood for the abyss? Lenny, don't scare them off. We just got 2 follows in a stream. Don't scare them off. I just got them. We gotta keep them for a bit before we scare them off. We talked about this, Lenny. And I'm on vacation, which means I don't take sacrifices anymore. Well, Femboy, you gotta give me something. What do you prefer? You gotta have a preference. No, though we might be mentioned, the Council of Elders has another target.
I'm afraid that the Council of Elders might want to take advantage of Professor Anaxa.
No, Arcavius from the case study of Venetus. I know that. Okay, Femboy is fine. Okay, I'll call you Femboy. Since I got new followers, I'll do this.
Aglaya will surely take back Cersei's core flame. But with Anaxa's current condition, it's so unique that nobody knows how taking the core flame away from him will affect him. He has always been someone that is only concerned about his own research. I'm certain that he must want to escape from the monitoring
Yes, I
of the
would.
Golden Thread and protect himself. If the opposition were to offer an olive branch at this time,
I love Aventurine, man. You suspect that he might betray the Flame Chase journey and defect towards the Council of Elders?
Anaxa has never believed in the prophecy, so technically it cannot be considered a betrayal.
That's true.
However, he has taught many Chrysos heirs, and has long been considered an important...
I tried watching One Punch Man magic anime. It was not my type.
Truly do not wish to see comrades...
I enjoyed it. It was pretty funny. I have a better understanding of the full picture now. Is there anything that we can do?
I believe in his character. I plan to plead with Aglaya and try to buy more time for him. Then, the greatest way in which you can help is for you to know what I am fighting for.
We understand. Thank you for being honest with us. Things are piling up again, and Bistix and Mem are tied up with Oranox's trial, and while I'm preparing to visit the Grove to uncover clues about the world beyond the sky. Let's just take things one step at a time. I just want to rest right now. None of those things seem like they are going to be easy to deal
Allow
with.
me to apologize for the fact that we always seem to be troubling you.
Molly's
Your
funny
ex
as
will show
shit.
more benevolence and be more accommodating.
I'm more of an
They
anime person.
seemed quite fond of you back in the Abyss. Go and rest and regain your strength. Right. You can read this scroll if you want to find out more about the Council of Elders and the Citizens' Assembly.
Molly? Yeah, she's funny.
A day of peaceful repose.
It's not that soon. There are still a few more days until then. Don't worry, everything will be fine. I feel like a sitting duck that has been thrown into the deep. I think she was just saying, like, a line Molly has said on stream by saying it like, fuck you, Luca. I think he was quoting a line. I've never watched Kill la Kill. Normally, if you're quoting someone, you put quotation marks between it so people don't. And then say from Molly. Most certainly, anything goes as long as they are mannered and civil. I'm not well, sorry about that. I didn't know how to do it. Yeah, you just, like, if you're going to do it, right? You say, it, like, fuck you, Luca. From Molly. Something like that, you know? Yeah, so people don't think you're just saying it randomly. It's okay. Ferris one where you have to look. Yeah, I struggle to look beyond the nudity because it just pisses me off. It really does. It pisses me off not because of reasons you think it would be. It's more of like I question how the fuck they're surviving in certain scenarios with such little clothing and no armor. Like, I think about it on a realistic point, to the point where I can't even fucking watch the anime. Have you watched Laid Back Camp? Let me go look that up. Laid Back Camp. No, I have not. What's it about? I didn't look it up too much, I just looked at to see what it was. We should hope that everything goes well after all. As someone who has earned the gaze of an Aeon, you should be able to overcome the trial of a regional god just fine. We've also only gotten used to sleeping with the midday sun shining brightly over our heads. Get some rest, Biss. Perhaps a new phase of our trailblazing expedition in Forest is about to begin. Get some rest and wait for the trial. There's a camping anime. It'll explain that later in the anime.
Esteemed one, Orynyx's vacant totem awaits. If you have already made your preparations to become a pillar of Amphorius, please, step forward.
Not all animes explain why the clothing are so impractical. Okay, my day, let's go!
Hello, Gray. And Mem. Thank you. Your resolves cannot be questioned. We praise your pure selflessness and courage.
Maybe one day.
We happily light your path forward.
Here's the animes.
Assume Orynyx's divinity, Trailblazer.
Here's the things I want to watch. I'm watching Apothecary Diaries right now. Delicious in Dungeon. I want to rewatch Inuyasha. I need to go back and continue watching One Piece. Hayden did a good job. Yes, she did. You don't need to say it twice, bud. Mau supporter? Yes, yes, yes. I think... I'm lazy, so, these are my picks, everyone. Anime of the Year, Apothecary Diaries. Film of the Year, Spy X Family. Best Continuing Series, Spy X Family. Best New Series, Free Run. Best Original Anime. They didn't have Zenshu, which I was so sad about. But I put it this anime because I never watched it. But I've heard good things about it. Best Animation, Free Run. Best Character Design, Best Director, Best Background Art. These are all good. Best Romance. Fuck, I don't remember the name. Best Comedy, Best Action. Yeah, as you can tell, a lot of it's Free Run, Apothecary Dies, and some Mashal. Marnie, why did you turn into the Anime Awards to show? Because I didn't want to put a new source in. Never mind, you are no longer the Anime Awards. Yeah. Her as a cat is funny. Yep. Mama's funny.
The divine position of Orynyx has already been vacant for some time. We can feel the space of the trial closing. As there isn't much of their soul left, we'll have to complete the ceremony before their soul completely dissipates. The eighth core flame coveted by the miracle that once belonged to the great veil of Evernight, Orynyx. It shall now be returned by the two elected heroes of the Chrysosairs. A traveler who is upright and courageous, and a sacred beast that invokes miracles.
It's also...
Both of you, please, come forward. Recite along with us. O Majesty of the 12 Titans,
Pillars of the world.
your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. These are just words meant to make the prayer seem more solemn. Please, focus.
That's fair.
And surrender the...
Ow! That was a flashbang and a half.
Oryx. Their soul has been waiting for a long time.
Oh god,
Perhaps
I'm liking.
they're also quietly waiting for the arrival of their successor.
Okay. Hopefully I fixed it so it doesn't lag as much.
The last time I heard this, things didn't turn out that well.
Oh, we're getting ads.
Don't worry, Aglaya. He's tougher than I am, right?
Why is my PC lagging so much? My question is, are you... Holy shit. I normally don't have these kinds of problems, which is bothering me a bit. Holy shit. I'm gonna see if... You should not be going that high, OBS. What the fuck? Mm-mm-mm. Okay. So you guys can see I'm visibly here. I have no clue why. That was acting up. Okay. I don't know if it was a recent update with VTube Studio. But that's annoying. If need be, I will just use a PNG. Okay. Oh, the flashbang again.
Traveler from beyond the sky, let us pray that the Titan acknowledges your worthiness.
Although he loves cracking jokes at inopportune times, his determination is as strong as the Chrysos heirs. He will definitely succeed. While he's away, I would like to have a chat with you, Aglaya.
Glaya.
Speak. I'm listening.
She doesn't seem too happy. Bro, this so sounds like Final Fantasy XIV Dragon speaking.
Slap, slap! Wake up! How is it? How do you feel? Right? I think that it's amazing too! Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
That's
I have
good.
such a cute voice! It must be because of all the memories that I collected. They allowed me to grow beyond expectations. Also, listen. The words of the Titan are becoming clearer.
Mother, it hurts. Have I finally reached the end? Are the years of isolation coming to an end?
Or next. Oh, how heartbreaking. Ever since the figure draped in the black cloak robbed them of their core flame, they have been relegated to waiting in isolation in such a confined space. We are going to help alleviate their pain, right?
Memories broken. Mother, where?
Oh, the poor baby.
You. It's you. I remember you. Skyfather has gazed upon you. Mother is calling for you.
Italian words are indistinct. Every syllable emerging from the mist seems to be cloaked in frost, symbolizing memory.
Skyfather has chosen you.
A majestic voice pierces through the golden mist, reaching the unseen mountains walls in the distance, reflecting and returning to your ears as an echo. Within the echo, you simply can make out the cry of a baby.
Mother is no longer responding.
We've come to you because of something important.
Something important and important.
protecting the fate of Amphorius. Each time people draw strength from within their memories, every single ripple falls onto your shoulders. There's no need for you to bear this any longer, Orynyx. From today onwards, someone else will bear time on your behalf. This is why we have come.
Freedom. Freedom. I want freedom.
Oh, poor child. Everything will be fine. Let us help you. You can have a good rest now.
You have potential, strength, willpower, powerful, and tenacious. But you lack something, just one thing.
Lacking something.
What are we lacking?
Is a future.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh no, I accidentally pulled my earbuds out. Oh no. I don't have a future?
Future?
Traveler from the sky. You should have dissipated already. The gaze from Sky Father stabilized your form. Because from the moment you crossed the sky, your life was cast.
What the fuck?
Right now, you are simply a collection of walking memories.
What? How is that possible?
In the space, someone must. If the pillar is lost, Amphorius. Time never compromises, never forgives. Child of humanity, Titans, time restrains every
Orynyx's divinity is
Pathstrider of remembrance, moist the fate of the world. If
Okay, so she's giving it to us.
safe, go and find your future that has been stolen.
Okay, so it's been stolen.
Even if that means you'll have to cheat death, you'll have to challenge that hand of shadow
Death Titan.
with unyielding fingers.
Okay, so the Hand of Shadow, Titan. Before the passing of 15 entry hours, go forth and reclaim your future. Okay, so this pass is reclaiming our future. This is the true trial of time. Interesting. I don't appreciate the flashbang. You're finally awake. I'll keep it simple. You succeeded. Orynyx has entrusted you with their divinity. Now you're no different from a demigod of Amphorius. However, Mem has told me what happened during the trial. They are still explaining things to others and told me to bring you back to your room to rest first. That Titan... Don't sigh, Don Hog. There's something that I've never told you. When we landed on Forest, our car was pierced by Nicodore's lance. Do you remember? Back in the ruins of the abyss, this was what I said. You passed out when your car got hit. I blacked out too, but not before dragging you out. It's a good thing we were in the car, or we would have been crushed to pieces. Actually, my account kind of made light of the situation. What actually happened was much more complicated. Oh, fuck. You were severely injured back then with several wounds, still bleeding profusely. I struggled to carry you out and used the last of my strength to stem the bleeding, but then I was also hit by a falling rock and lost my consciousness. The last time I checked, you still weren't breathing, but when I regained consciousness, I saw that you were alive and full of energy, so I never brought this up again. How exactly did I come back? I'm not sure either. The gaze of Fully has nothing to do with this matter, but according to the Titan, you are in the form of a memory right now, just like those objects of the past in the miracles of Oryx. Perhaps Mem is the anchor rope that ties you to the present. I had assumed they couldn't stray too far from you, but the truth might be the exact opposite. Stellar will do something. What should we do next? It's not time for us to despair yet. There must be a way to save you. Oryx mentioned finding your stolen future and cheating death. Considering Mighty's indestructible body, it seemed to suggest that there's some kind of miraculous power in Force that can even reverse death. The key seems to lie with the hand of Shadow, whose whereabouts are unknown.
Are you alright? I heard you two talking about Thanatos. Cass is also very concerned about she has left the vortex and returned to the garden. Shall we go and look for her? Thanatos is the Titan that Cass has always been looking for. Regardless of whether there are any clues, there's probably no one else that understands death better than her.
Let's do that then.
Oh, right. There's something that I have to tell you. The Chrysosaurs already know everything that has happened to you.
God damn it, Mem.
I was too worried, so I told them everything. Please don't hate me, okay?
I hate you so much. You betrayed my trust. Anyways, I need to turn the heater off. Give me a second. Ah.
Mister, I'm right here.
You hear soft steps coming closer, one step at a time.
Please stay there and slowly.
For some reason, you have to turn your head, but you glimpse a dash of purple brush past your face, and then a chill seeps through your skin, spreading into veins. Thump thump. Your heartbeat begins to slow. Your vision blurs, and cold reality fades into a purple ocean. And then
Please pardon me.
subtle fragrance of an unnamed flower fills your senses. Its sweetness makes you forget the need to breathe. You realize you are still alive, no to be perhaps. Your death was not thorough. The coldness of the initial touch dispersed as quickly as it came in. Replacing it is the touch of fingertips, a tremble born of trepidation that originated from a certain lanky arm. Her quivering finger gently brushed against your cheek, causing a faint tickle.
Just as I expected. I cannot feel anything. Back at the Grove, I was puzzled as to why you were not affected by my curse. I thought that it might have been the special ability of a traveler from beyond the sky. Never did I expect that this would be the true reason. I'm sorry. I should have noticed that something was amiss earlier.
Don't be
Mister,
sorry.
If my abrupt behavior just now offended you, I hope that you can forgive me. I'm just thinking, if your soul has really left your body, as a mortician, I might be able to trace where it has gone to.
Cass, did you find anything?
My apologies, not as of yet. Perhaps I have overestimated my capabilities. But, mister, would you be willing to let me try again? This time, I'll increase the area of contact slightly.
See, her mouth
Perhaps
doesn't
your
match.
souls might be different this time.
Yeah, was VTube Studio updated recently? No, it wasn't. So why is VTube Studio struggling? This is bothersome. I will put myself here for now. And turn that off for now. Cause yeah, things don't want to work.
I have never touched the living in this way before. If my actions are in any way disrespectful, I hope that you can forgive me.
Oh, she looks sad now. Castorus once again places her palm on your face. Her shiver calms somewhat in time. Did you discover something?
Seem to have caught a glimpse of something. Your soul is currently roaming someplace and cannot find a way to escape. But perhaps it might not be a bad thing. If your soul is still wandering around, it means that we still have time. We have a chance to find it before the fingers of Thanatos sweep everything away. Clues. Just a few more. The connection has been severed. With my it was me. I was a little too hasty. Don't worry, mister. Although we currently have no leads, I will do my best to search for the whereabouts of Thanatos, bring back their core flame, and personally return to you the life that you have lost too soon. I know that I'm lacking in confidence, but I hope that you can keep this promise of mine in mind. Before I manage to deliver on this promise, Amphorius needs you.
Yeah, I'll stay. Don't worry, girl. So what now? Live on bravely, I understand.
Lady Aglaia and Lord Finon are currently discussing some matters in the paths. They're worried about you too. If possible, please go there and let them know that you're
I mean, I think I'm doing pretty well.
Although, I don't actually know whether
I'm
your
just
current
a living
situation
husk.
can be described as well.
I mean, I've been doing well this whole
Also,
time.
please accept this Styxian fable. Reading can help one to focus and relax. I hope that reading this can help tide you through this difficult period.
More and more species are disappearing.
I'm very curious on the fact that a trial can disappear. I wonder how that works. And if they're gonna just skim right over that fact that they brought up.
They're here.
Yeah, I'm here, bitches.
Hyacinth said you definitely wake up. How do you feel?
So Tyrella knows about this now, so she can even take the pulse of someone who's dead. She's quite cool being a departed spirit.
Well, at least you look no different from the living. I think that most living people don't even look as good as you do.
You've completed the trial of time. And I have to admit that the process went better than I expected. Even in the end, that Titan's heart still showed a soft spot for humankind. However, I never expected that. Two people who have cheated death would appear in Akima at the same time.
That's what we have been talking about. Mighty has been in Akima for such a long time, but has no one thought to study his indestructible body? If there were even any minor breakthroughs, we wouldn't be as clueless as we are right now.
Many have had this idea, but so far there have been no results. If it were successful, Thanatos wouldn't have disappeared without a trace. Nevertheless, now is not the time for us to give up. At the very least, we can still see a glimmer of hope. Cypher. If anyone in this world, I'll try and get her to return to Akima. But do be prepared for a less than ideal outcome. Please understand that throughout the history of Amphorius, no one has ever managed to escape the clutches
I mean,
of death.
you've been escaping it for a
At the
while.
end of time, Thanatos silently awaits all. It is my duty. We too require you to bear the divine position of time. But before that,
What's wrong, Aglaya?
omens always come in pairs. A tiny air current will eventually brew into a storm that tears the sky apart.
That's fair.
It's Anaxagoras. He has initiated contact with the Council of Elders.
In the end, it has still come down to this.
I earnestly hope that your assessment of him is accurate, Finan. Otherwise, the efforts of my teacher and I of the past millennium might be reduced to dust because of that great performer.
Hey, we get to be my crazy husbando.
I'm back here again. I remember this dream. This realm is covered in a silk-like fog, and the land is barren and harsh. The crowd of travelers leaves tracks everywhere.
Hey! Excuse me! What is this place? Where in Amphorius are we?
The mutters of the traveler are in a language I'm unable to comprehend. Or perhaps they're just distracted and ignored my question.
Tell me, which Titan reigns over this land? And how do I find them?
Hand of Shadow. Hand of Shadow Thanatos. Could this possibly be the Netherrealm? Not Netherrealm.
Then where is this? River of Souls? The outskirts of the Netherrealm? Are you heading downstream toward the Netherrealm?
The Netherrealm. Nothing but Titan rejects you. Me. Listen. What? The traveler lifts their wrinkled fingers and they look in the direction they are pointing and listen closely. There, the sound of tides. I can hear it. I hear it deep within the tides. Beyond the closed gates of the void world, a voice about to recount some.
Child of humanity, is it death's embrace you yearn for with such urgency? Oh, you have awoken. Welcome back to the mortal realm. Your consciousness is dissipating much faster than I expected. Ultimately, it seems like the Titan's core flame is incompatible with a mortal body.
How much longer can my consciousness remain in the mortal realm?
In my estimation, at best, you'll see 15 more entry hours.
15 days and nights.
What is it? Are you finally starting to become attached to the mortal world now?
On the contrary, 15 days feels a little too long for solving this. Stop giggling. It's time for us to go. The messenger from the Council of Elders is almost here.
Let me ask you one more question. Are you really planning to betray Aglaya's will?
What betrayal is there to speak of when I was never loyal to her to begin with?
What about that white-haired student of yours? Acting so recklessly, do you not care about what might happen to him?
There will be a price to pay for blind faith. This is also a lesson for Finan.
You truly are a strict teacher.
Yes, he is.
Of course. This is how I've always been.
Dr. Ratio and him would get along very well.
to keep you waiting, Lord Enexag.
That's a new one thing.
Lord Enexagaris, I greet you on behalf of all the citizens of Akima and express my deepest regret.
What the fuck is he?
What happened at the Grove of Epiphany?
It's you. I never expected that you would personally come and meet me.
By carefully into Lantern above, I have come as a testament to the justice of the Council of Elders.
There are Antikytherians here? They have been a rare sight ever since the Chrysos War.
I extend to you I am Lycurgus, though you may call me Lygus, holding an honorary position within the Council of Elders in Akima, and as the Theoros, I stand to protect the right of all upright citizens to express themselves freely.
You can see them too?
You know about us. We Antikytherians perceive the world through the amplitude and frequency of souls. Just as I am conscious that Lady Aglaya is secretly listening in on our private meeting from afar. If necessary, Lord Anaxagoras, I can sever the golden thread to protect your fundamental rights.
The demigod should know better, for such is her station. Spare those poor threats, and just let her listen to my words. They shall serve only to unveil her own folly.
May I interpret this as you having a countermeasure?
I need not any plan, because she can do nothing other than petty espionage. As the Citizens' Assembly approaches, and with Orynyx's fall, any attempt to capture the core flame within me will only usher chaos and calamity. A truth she undoubtedly comprehends.
Okay, so
While
I'm still gonna go get
Anaxagoras,
him, but
serving as the Grove's special envoy to Akima's Citizens' Assembly, have long known the extent of your abilities. Let's forego the formality of asserting authority, Lord Lygus. Lead the way.
oh, that evil laugh.
Surely Lady Kindness would appreciate such assertiveness in an ally. She's been waiting.
I don't like how he speaks.
Is there something on your mind?
Nothing really. It's just a question that I contemplate every time before I ascend to Dawncloud. For the Titans, does the falling equate to death?
Ah, a pondering truly deep. Time is...
While all living beings must ultimately face their demise, Kefali has yet to meet theirs. Their journey continues unhurriedly along this long path.
Are you suggesting that Kefali may not have truly passed?
Yes. For dying implies an ongoing process, an action, whereas death signifies a static state, a definitive termination. In contrast to mortals, Titans exist on a grander scale of space and time, thus elongating their passage into death. The notion of...
An intriguing concept, albeit challenging to substantiate. After all, Kefali...
Perhaps the gods in their arrogance deemed it beneath them to reveal their perspectives to mortals.
Could you elaborate?
Circes, the kin of the Skyfather as recounted in myths, now resides within my brain. Were I to inquire, Kefali...
Oh.
That very well could be true, but what if the world...
In that case, the myths crafted by the people of Amphorius are nothing more than pitiful jests.
He's laughing weirdly. He reads me out.
And I'd love to witness the fruits of your theory in the chase, because I completely concur with you on this aspect. If the Titan has indeed met...
Oh, we get the insane laugh.
Please, Professor.
Interesting. So we just go on a fucking hand?
The children of humanity have indeed created a spectacle.
Welcome to Dawn Cloud. The atmosphere here carries a greater sense of solemnity than the mundane clamor of the Marmorial. Only esteemed beings grace this place, and among them, I've received priests, scholars, warriors, and now we even have the
Once deemed a blasphemer, now a surrogate for revered divinity. The honor should rightfully be mine.
I'll notify Kindness and the others of your arrival. Kindly wait for... In the meanwhile, you're welcome to explore the vicinity, but kindly remain within the guard's view.
Okay.
Delay...
I'm well aware of Kindness's methods. There's no need to emphasize that.
As you wish. Your cooperation is...
He weirds me out.
Alas, I had hoped for a brilliant plan from you, but it turns out you just left one cage to enter.
Save your concerns. I know very well what I'm doing.
I shall depart to explore the surroundings then. Now that I look around, I wonder if there are any murals bearing my portrait around here. I'm quite intrigued to see how the children of humanity beyond the grove perceive another Titan.
Off you go. I won't be joining you. This Titan appears to be quite at ease. I should investigate.
Be aware, I can hear you perfectly well from here.
Okay. Da-na-na-na.
Professor Anaxa! Over here! Professor Anaxa? Word has it that the scholars of the Grove valiantly perished resisting the Black Tide. To find you here safe and sound, thank the Fates.
You could say it's the Fates toying with us.
It's only the Kremnoans and Idonians who chase glory through death. But your survival is a victory in itself. So, are you here to report the incident to the Council? I heard that after the Black Tide devoured the Grove, Akuma would be next in line. Even with the demigod...
Tell me, how much does the Council of Elders know?
Once Kindness and her followers learned of Circe's and Orynyx's fall, they proclaimed in the council that the Flame Chasers could no longer stand against the calamity alone. Yet, when the Crown Prince ascended to godhood and repelled the Black Tide, she immediately altered her tune, declaring that all was resolved beyond Akuma, with the only remaining menace now being Aglaya and her adherents. They might well make their move at the upcoming Citizens' Assembly.
No surprises there, those shifty opportunists. Thank you for your honor.
Being an opportunist could
Shouldn't you be searching for murals of yourself? I've had enough.
I was really curious to see how you would find the middle ground between both factions, so I came to listen in.
She's acting like a child.
It seems as though this Kindness is much more ruthless than Aglaya. If so, why do you want to work with her? Could it be that perhaps you've decided to readily surrender this hollow shell of yours, just because you feel like death is fast approaching?
I'm afraid you'll be sorely disappointed if that's what you truly think.
Mm-mm-mm. And I believe I heard a treasure chest nearby. There it is. And let's go here. So it looks like we're literally only an hour into an 8-hour fucking thing. Ah, fuck. There we go. I thought it'd be a little bit harder, but that was easy-ish. Okay.
Even blasphemous scholars can come here, it seems.
Oh, shut up.
Anaxagoras, I thought that you had died to the Black Tide, just like the other scholars.
As Kephale's priest, are you not aware of the decorum of respecting the dead?
Surely you jest. You blasphemous heretics are not worthy of respect from the Supreme Being. Let me remind you that you're currently in Dawn Cloud, so you'd better keep your deranged language to yourself. I am no longer that altar servant from years ago who could only acquiesce to the commands of others. Now,
God damn.
I have plenty of ways to deal with people like you.
I'm not sure whether I should laugh or cry right now. I can't believe that a follower such as you could have been made by a creation titan. As I see it, a dead titan can't provide you with this level of confidence, right? Then who is it exactly? Could it be kindness?
You.
Oh, we get to weird rhythm.
You Elder Kindness is. I shall let that slide for now. Leave immediately, and don't impede.
Seeing as we were able to hear of this matter from the mouths of others, it seems that kindness is indeed quite...
Oh my, what a thrilling confrontation. As expected.
Are you praising or insulting?
Praising him, of course. As a believer of the god of deliverance.
Didn't you hear me? I asked you to leave.
Okay.
Enough of this. Could the 15th entry hour arrive any faster?
Oh.
That's a really weird one.
Every plant, every tendril, no, even every leaf could be the embodiment of Circe's.
As a result, mere mortals who did not know what the Titan actually looked like chose to paint them as a giant tree instead. Their wisdom was portrayed as fruit, to symbolize how they shared their knowledge equally among the masses.
This mural is quite abstract.
I really can't tell whether you are praising or demeaning yourself. Now I'm quite curious whether the reason Titan has studied figures of speech.
Of course I find such stylistic devices interesting. For all we know, this could be the answer to the question, what exactly are we?
I, for one, am not willing to admit that I could look this ugly.
Oh, damn.
Was this the reason why you failed in your attempt to refine my soul when you were ambushed at the Grove?
Since you are aware of this, why did you save me back then?
From my perspective, this point alone was enough to separate you from the average person.
How do two lunatics coexist in the same plane?
They are lunatics, yep.
It seemed that your journey to Dawncloud this time is not just a... What, then, is the intention behind...
The entire plan is stored in my memory. So why don't you...
Then... 1-year-old? Oh my! Even a member of the preeminent 7 sages must hug his droma stall to sleep?
She's just exposing him.
That's enough.
How unusual. Your soul is actually trembling.
Since our days are both numbered, I don't mind. This is a present that my sister gave to me. It's a doll that was made to look like our family pet.
So there are other members in your family, eh? Are they...
Don't you just love to pick through my brain? Go on, continue flipping through my memories. It won't take long. You'll discover the answer when you reach the memories of when I was 5.
Oh, the black tide is everywhere. I can't bear to look.
When I was young, I couldn't accept this outcome either. Georios, Aquila, Kefali, and you, of course. Although I prayed to every Titan that I could think of for help, my efforts were ultimately futile.
Yep, that's how you become... Yep.
This... Could this be the inception of your research into alchemy?
Indeed it was. Everything started from that verdant courtyard of yours. When I was pursuing my education there, I naturally also came to learn of the Thesis' theory as well.
Oh, I remember that person. He was the one to come up with the concept of souls, right?
Not only that, he also believed that life, as well as the composition, movement, and transformation of matter, all stem, since all living things stem from the same origin. Why could I not sacrifice myself in order to resurrect my nearest and dearest?
Yeah, he's the syscon in this one.
But this is absolute blasphemy. Regardless of how much freedom the Grove provides, such an act could cause you to be burned at the pyre. Your beloved, where is she now? Send her away from the Grove at once, to a place where nobody will ever be able to find her. Otherwise, the both of us will be judged by the count.
Calm down, teacher. My sister, she's still not in the mortal realm. Even to this day.
What do you mean?
It was naive of me to think that I could snatch the deceased from Thanatos' grip by merely sacrificing one eye. Equivalent exchange. All I received for that price was but an opportunity to see her for one final time. Nothing more.
Oh, let it go, Anaxa. As one of my best students, I cannot watch you go down the wrong path without doing anything to stop it.
He really loves his sister in both this universe and the Mastral universe. I'm kidding.
the deceased and never harm yourself. If you can do that, this classroom will still be yours, and you'll have a chance to live out your own life.
Since I was able to see her one last time, I have no other desires. You're right, teacher. It's time for me to start a new life.
I am sincerely glad for you, child.
I wish to continue.
Continue the research into souls, but you know that the Grove has long since understood his philosophy like the back of...
No, teacher. After my fleeting glimpse of the deathly fog, I finally understood a single truth. Since ancient days, our understanding of the souls is but the tip of the iceberg. I may have lost an eye, but my view of the world has become clearer than ever. I have grasped the truth with my bare hands. Watch as I turn this farcical world up.
Who would have thought such a secret lay concealed beneath that hefty eye patch of yours? However, this story doesn't seem to be connected to your plan. In fact, I'd say
She makes a
they
good
aren't
point.
related at all.
But they are related knowing the Honkai Star Rail.
The answer lies within the tale. If even you cannot understand it, perhaps you should relinquish the divinity of reason to me. My story ends here. Now it's time for you to tell me your secret. After all, this is what...
As expected, you laid a trap for me to... Unfortunately. Even if I was willing to talk about my past.
Oh? Are you saying that the renowned Reason Titan is now admitting a lack of wisdom?
Child of humanity, remember this. Being cognizant of one's ignorance is the greatest wisdom of all.
Now I understand. No wonder you asked me to answer your random...
Not only that, you're the only one who can shed light on my query.
Is that so?
Lord Anaxa. I saw you muttering to yourself and was wondering whether you were caught in a delirium of reflection. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I have a message from Lord Lygus. Lady Kindness has met up with the Council of Elders and is awaiting your arrival. So...
Okay, I hope I get to see my insane husband.
The one who created the world, and the one who bears the world. If you truly have not met your end, how will you answer the challenges of those who defy you?
I didn't expect you to agree to Lady Kindness's invitation. What a wonderful turn of events. To tell you the truth, there are many people who hold...
Isn't that the dromas draped in finery?
Avoid his gaze. I don't acquaint myself with blasphemers.
Bitches.
Don't worry. He's too full of pride to pay us any attention.
A student of Empedocles? I hear that his views run counter to the Venerationists.
This is what being a scholar is about. A collision of ideas only occurs when there are differences in beliefs, and it is such collisions that lead to progress.
Yet... Lord Lygus and Lady Kindness are just ahead. I'll take my leave for now.
Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na. I'm really hoping to get as far as I can.
The Demigod Council, esteemed guests.
Bro, you scare me. I'm very sus about you.
Lord Anaxagoras, oh, I've heard so much about you. Head of the Nusporists of the Grove of Epiphany, notorious blasphemer, a Chrysos heir who bears Circe's core flame, a survivor of the Grove calamity. Did I miss anything? Well, if so, please be so kind as to enlighten me.
Since Lady Kindness is already well acquainted with me, I won't waste any effort. But then again, perhaps the customs are different here. Back in my hometown, there is a form of etiquette known as honoring guests. The host will welcome their guest with warm hospitality by treating them to fine wine.
Wait, it says... Okay.
And a cozy bed. And yet, ever since I arrived, I have not been welcomed with warm courtesy or ceremonial gifts. Instead, I am met with intense scrutiny. Even more absurd, the host has sharpened their blade and instructed their servants to lie in wait in the shadows. Perhaps you intend to cut open my heart, retrieve the core flame, and then hold a grand feast for all of the guests.
Everyone, stand down.
Thank you for understanding. I am but a feeble scholar who is not used to the stench of avarice and blood.
No need to be humble, my lord. From my perspective, your courage and gumption are worthy of the reputation of the Seven Sages. Your bravery is more than adequate to accomplish our perilous endeavor.
I just noticed his thing is different. This is white, this is black. That's weird.
Well, since the Chrysos heirs are calling for war, we will respond in kind. Conflict is inevitable. Since Aglaya endeavors to suppress the virtuous commoners with blood of gold, we will not hesitate to display the rights and mettle the citizens of Akama are so entitled to. As to your question of whether peace is still a viable option, well, to that I can only say this. Everything hinges on the next citizens' assembly and whether they have a sudden epiphany amid the clamor of the masses.
Okay.
And since you, as a Chrysos heir, accepted our invitation, you have indeed given us a glimmer of hope.
What brazen arrogance. What you're saying right now is worlds apart from what you were saying before you retired your cleaners.
Oh, he's smirking. Just like little one.
After all, they're responsible for cleaning up any threats, and just a moment ago, you were on the side of the Chrysos heirs. But now that you're an ally of ours, we can continue talking somewhere else. As you know, these walls have ears.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to discuss a treatise about the Venerationists with your teacher, Empedocles. Yet, it seems you subscribe to the Nusporists instead, Lord Anaxa. I've heard that this school of thought is one with many detractors.
It's normal.
Welcome back to the hub of the Demigod Council, Lord Anaxac. Surely you remember that countless eloquent orators have stood in this spot before and emerged victorious by stoking public sentiment with their words. And yet there have also been innumerable blasphemous philosophers who set themselves up for failure because they refused to defend their actions. This tiny stage is the most profound embodiment of Akama in centuries. In 15 days, this site shall also become the most important, as well as the final turning point in Akama's history. May the both of us carry out our duties with honor and lead the masses back toward the Erechrysia, a golden age with no...
Oh my, 15 days and nights. That aligns perfectly with the date of your demise. Could such a coincidence truly exist?
Using death to prove myself fits my intentions.
What strong conviction you have. As expected of the hero who dared to stand up to the Gold Weaver.
As expected, she...
That's enough, Lady Kindness. Dispense with the niceties. I only accepted your invitation so that I can serve the commoners alongside the...
Well, you say that now, but surely you also require my aid as well, so that you can stay alive even when being...
You worry too much. She won't show her hand too freely, as she still needs to...
Even someone like me can tell that only a sliver of her humanity remains. Surely you're not asserting that she will definitely act in a rational manner.
As you're no doubt aware, Aglaya covets the core flame that I possess, which makes it the bargaining chip that allows me and the rest of you to negotiate with her. However, you're well aware how valuable Cersei's core flame will be in the era Chrysia that you are desperately pursuing. Talk is cheap, so you'd better act prudently as well.
I understand. After all, this battle of wits is just a means for each party to acquire what they need. As long as your request is reasonable, the Council of Elders never shortchanges its allies. Since we're both intent on mutual cooperation, let's not mince words and just let us decide how much we can secure for ourselves and how much we're willing to sacrifice, like true philosophers, with our words and wisdom.
Okay.
Continuing from the earlier topic, let us discuss our common enemy, Aglaya.
Okay.
She is the second most experienced Chrysos heir across the whole of Akama.
Yeah, I don't understand how.
She has gradually lost her humanity to the
So, like, if she's the demigod of romance, right? How the fuck is a consequence of losing her humanity due to the core flame work?
and the ablation of the core flame. A formidable opponent indeed. Admittedly, there is ample reason for her to take your life. Yet your previous reasoning is quite sound. As a seasoned political animal, it's unclear whether she will actually cross that irreversible boundary. Moreover, she still needs you alive so that the Titan's trial can be completed. Is there anyone present who can swear by the sacred vow of Kefali and guarantee that you weren't in league with that woman before coming here? Are you just trying to pull the wool over our eyes?
Her eyes are dark.
Her savagery.
I feel like the white in her eyes is darkened. They're more gray than white.
I believe you're aware of Castorus the Executioner. Long before I returned to Akama, Aglaya had already dispatched her to monitor me. If I weren't able to reach this place in time, I would have been forced to meet Thanatos first. As compared to a comprehensive plan with uncertain results, if you decide to cut open my chest and remove the core flame, wouldn't that settle her nerves even more? Everything is in place. She just needs the right timing.
I understand what you mean. At the very least, the both of us agree that this tyrant who wallows in extravagance and greed is the greatest threat to achieving peace in Akama. The Council of Elders is willing to defend your right to live, just
I'll put stream avatars up, but apparently,
however, I regret to say that
since
sentiments in favor of the Chrysos heirs and Aglaya are only growing in magnitude. The peace that we are aspiring toward, as well as everything that we hold dear, will be destroyed completely.
I don't know why, but VTube Studio does not want to work with Honkai Star Rail, which is very weird and not normal.
Tell me, what are you willing to do for our esteemed citizens so that they can vanquish the enemies of our fine city?
Garnering my support is equivalent to garnering the support of the entire group. I would be one to shatter Agalia's self-righteous
authoritarianism, conceit, and arrogance have granted her unfettered control for the most part. Yet these traits are also her greatest weakness. If I can render her helpless by forcing her to experience the agonizing pain of betrayal, I am certain she will never recover from such a...
Surely you don't believe that such a tiny betrayal will be enough to push her to her wit's end.
What's more, there are many who remain silent, merely watching to see how much chaos I can unleash. Not to mention, you know full well that the Chrysos heirs have never been a united front.
In the name of Kefali, Akama thanks you for your sincere, and at this stage, it's clear that you and I understand the benefits to be won from this discussion. let me put it plainly. The Council
I
of
don't
Elders
think
has
you're very
always been
fair,
renowned
woman.
for its fairness, and that fairness is built on a foundation of sincerity.
I think you're lying.
The Council of Elders has vowed to all citizens of Akaba that it will always remain loyal to them. As for you, my lord, how will you guarantee that you will be able to live up to such earnestness and will not betray Akama's indomitable citizens when the opportunity presents itself? Just as you now betray Aglaya when it suits you.
Surely you jest. My loyalty does not need to be proven. The fact that the Council of Elders is asking for proof of my loyalty is itself akin to a form of betrayal.
What?
I am incredibly honored to have witnessed the both of you bury the hatchet in a civilized manner. However, I am afraid that I must interrupt for a brief moment.
Oh.
As the Theoros, I have observed the following. Lady Aglaya, the Goldweaver, is currently on her way to Dawncloud.
Oh. Well, I do believe that we might have a slight overabundance of guests today.
Interesting.
Feeling dissatisfied, Lady Kindness? Despite the Council of Elders' lofty residence on Dawncloud, it must still tolerate the whims of the Chrysos heirs.
So you were holding back just now. Seems like you are better at playing this game than I. In any case, I'm glad. So tell me, Anaxagoras, now that you're an ally of mine...
You can do as she says. Tell her that the Council of Elders merely wished to chat with me and had no intention of offending her. However, by doing so, the authority of the Council of Elders will be as thin as papyrus that has been soaked in blood. Not only can it be destroyed at the slightest touch, no. More like two Corf. At the next Citizens' Assembly, that young lady who is synonymous with death will also...
Oh?
Is that of importance to you? All you need to know is that I...
He's thinking a lot.
In my opinion, if Aglaya can seize me in full view of the masses today, she could also dismiss the entire Council of Elders in one fell swoop tomorrow. If that... Is this the outcome that you wish to...
Fine. I will handle... But you do best to remember this. Fool the people and karma will be on your tail. Unless, of course, you crave cruel punishment and consider suffering the perfect state to ponder the truth.
Well, what do you know?
We shall see.
That's interesting. The talk was very long.
I've got to say,
Oh, we're still going?
really impressed me again. But shouldn't you be
dying to know what I'm...
I mean, I'm the reason Titan after all. It is in me to ask.
Easy there. You'll learn the answer. I didn't bring it up with her purely because she doesn't have the means to give me what I truly want. The true masters of Dawncloud have always been the Theoros, who watches over.
Ah, he's doing big brain. He's doing big brain. Oh, I'm at 125. I need more. Which is mirrored. Oh. 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 Let's let me go look it up. HSR Trail. Blaze. Missions. Amphorius. Ah, yes, it's the last quest I have to do to unlock that damn event.
The wild wind carries with it the scent of rust. The wild wind carries with it the scent of rust.
Let's go.
An expected visitor. Welcome. You know, you could actually skip all the pointless debate and come straight to me. I have no reason to refuse you.
You may not, but kindness has. Whoever gets hold of Kefali's corpse, she's wary of me, so naturally I had to gain her trust. I would say that debate was not at all pointless.
In my view, this individual has gone to great lengths to... Are you still willing to let him pass, knowing this?
Yes, very much so. All living creations are always free to visit Kefali's transcendent vessel. This comes with being the World-Bearer.
How convenient it is
It is truly my honor to speak to a venerated Titan. Please, go ahead.
I don't trust him. I really don't.
A bygone myth tells of an occasion where Kefali once answered their followers' questions on the peak of the Holy Mountain. Their followers have since believed that scaling this Titan cliff is one way of being with the god.
Hear that? It's not every day that you get to climb a mountain with Circes. You should sing me a hymn.
Circes, shut up. This ain't about you.
Titan hymns are beyond me.
Good answer. Good answer, Husbando. Give me that. Give me that chest. Oh, I didn't get to the chest in time.
Ian's shortcut, and the long pilgrimage stairway will be...
I have to admit, I never expected you to not ask me anything.
Because I know very well what it is you are after. As the saying goes, a gentleman helps others achieve their goals. I have a feeling that your theory will be validated at the end. I believe Kefali will not deprive you of your right to ask your question, especially now that you're on the brink of...
Oh, he knows that.
to
That makes
Kefali
sense
than
because he could
anyone else.
overhear the conversation. That makes sense.
I hope...
Putting a child of justice into a farcical world, it is my hope that you bring a much-needed change to this world which is on the brink of destruction.
Bro, he sounds like he's insane. Like, he's trying not to laugh at everything. In, like, a psychotic way. Not the haha, everything's funny, but in like a psychotic break. It sounds like he's about to have a psychotic break at any moment.
Honestly, this is my first time going up to Dawn Cloud.
What a splendid view. Isn't it about time you recognize the magnificence of a
No.
Titan?
Well, I don't see how this place is different from those temples in the city. And even though I've come this far, I'm still doubtful about...
I must be getting ahead of myself to be expecting to hear something nice from you.
Oh? Haven't you been in my head for some time now? It's high time you get used to how I feel about things. All right, we're just a short hike away from Kefla.
So the intellectual debate from earlier was too draining for you, huh? If Amphorius gets a new lease on life, you should focus on strengthening your body.
A new
and
lease? Oh my god, that's so
social
funny.
interactions.
Save your concern.
The Titan is in sight.
Why? Are you going to carry me up if I were to fall now? I know how far I can go.
Fine then. I guess I won't say any more. I'll just wait till your soul dissipates.
Wait. Who is that? Hey, look at that.
Huh? What?
Do we even get to see souls when we're close to die?
That's weird. I think he's seen the past.
Oh? Why didn't you bring your favorite spear with you on this trip, Nias?
Nias?
It's unfortunate. The Black Tide destroyed every last inch of my calyx.
How could that be? Even a creation of Georios, from their prized ores and molten fire, couldn't escape the fate of destruction?
Hey, Circes. Do you know a certain Nias?
Nias? No, not that I remember. How did you even...
I just saw him. Nias. A warrior-like figure who was just chatting with you.
No, I have no such memory.
I think she's lost her memory.
Is departed spirit?
So I think she just has forgotten some things in her life, because she mentioned even if I wanted to, I really couldn't tell you about my past.
You may have it. Consider it your reward.
Well, that's certainly interesting. That she doesn't remember him.
Enough about me. Did Kaos ever reply?
Well...
Seems like the price of becoming a demigod is a lot heftier than we thought.
Kaos. I've never heard of this person. Which
Look on the bright side, Nias. Since we've come all this way, I doubt he'd snuff...
Let's just hope we mean as much.
Hey! Are you seeing that same hallucination?
Yes. It's still you and Nias, but you're now talking about...
Kaos? This name sounds just as strange.
Never mind. I think I know what this is about. If the souls of people...
What? But if those are the souls of the dead, then what am I?
Beats me. For all I know, you're just an... Let's just keep going. As long as I take in more sights.
Know your limits. Wander too far among the dead.
Fine. If this is indeed as I thought, then this will be very amusing.
I'll do that later. I just want to do more of the story.
So, we meet again. I'm sure.
Of course. If I knew we had to climb a mountain, I wouldn't have come along with you.
I guess this also counts as one aspect of the world-bearing burden. If Amphorius does have a next life, you may want to get your body in shape.
Keep your sarcasm to yourself.
I'm not getting anything.
I would sooner throw myself off this cliff and hit rock bottom than exercise even a little. I am Calypso of the eminent Seven Sages, after all. Training would make me no different from those
Calypso. She's one of the Seven. No, she can't be. I would know her name. Hey, Circes. Daggone. Doesn't matter. I can do this myself.
Oh,
Sure.
beautiful old world. Where are you now?
Circes, where are you? Come back.
Oh, legendary era Chrysia, return to the mortal realm. Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk.
We're here. Finally. So, I don't get to ask the very well then. Let me So, I'm back here again. I can hear it. I hear it from the depths of the tides. This time, the voice is...
Since we've come this far, let's just wait.
Lord Nias and Miss Calypso, are you both here to visit Chaos too?
Casterus?
Yes, and we've been waiting for quite some time now.
No. She's the girl from Fion's past.
Regrettably, he hasn't answered us. The worst case scenario is that he's already been overwhelmed and crushed by the world-bearing burden.
You're overthinking, Lord Nias. I can still sense Chaos' soul in the air. And besides, we both know Chaos' nature. A deliverer like him wouldn't fall so readily, much less give up on all that he holds dear. Isn't that so?
Yes. I have faith in him.
That reminds me. Why are you making this trip alone, Polixia?
Oh, my sister needs more time to make sure the flowers are fine.
Such a pity. Both of you have hearts kinder than anyone else. Yet you are born only to take over Thanatos' divinity.
Everything that I see and hear this time has left me shaken to the core. What may seem like a mundane conversation is in truth a once-in-a-lifetime. The conjecture has taken shape and must now be solidified into a theorem. Next, I only need to seek verification. But no, I will not do, because another one of my conjectures, one that I have always dreamed of, fusing a mortal soul with that of a titan to replace said titan, is not a...
I'm so confused. Wait, we can't do this. Wait, you can't just switch like that. Just amazed at how this towering tree is Sister's divine body. It's a majestic sight.
So, you don't look the slightest bit amazed, though. Plus, you seem to be strangely familiar with the city around the Great Tree.
Merely something from the past I won't go into.
Events of the past, huh? I was also a child when I looked up at Circes. Their leaves and branches reflected the sparkling stars, and their trunk was like a pillar that supported the sky and ground. I stood at this very spot back then, imagining the day when I could climb to the top of this tree.
It seems like the sky is very important. They really want to leave. They really want to go beyond the sky. You're a sky priest, yet you study at a place that is home to the Reason Titan. That's rather counterintuitive.
Don't read too much into it. I mean, can mortals even
hope to reach Aquila's realm? They're a strict and draconian god. Nothing like Circe's. Reason is willing to share what is theirs with others, but Sky only expects people to You get what I'm saying, right, Denny? After all, the titan that imprisoned you and Grey here in Amphorius is none other than Aquila themselves.
Yes, I didn't count on provoking the ear of a local
There
god.
will always be people who dream of soaring towards the sky. The Grove has a wealth of... It's just... I never thought Grey would meet with something like that before we set off. As a physician, I should have been there by his side.
Bad luck tends to come in streaks, so don't beat yourself up over it. Besides, Gallia needs you to uncover the truth behind what happened to the Grove. Let's just make the most out of this trip and keep a lookout for any documents related to the Death Titan that could be useful to Bisix.
There's no rest for the weary, huh? In any case, what we're looking for could be anywhere in this enormous grove. Let's split up to cover more ground. Danny, with your skills, I'm sure those monsters born of the Black Tide will pose no
What about you? Will you be alright on your own?
Have you forgotten that you're talking to the chief physician of the Twilight Courtyard? Have more faith in me. I'll be just fine.
Sure. The silence in here is near deafening. With the vast amount of knowledge it holds, this academy is akin to a labyrinth of information. Even the cleverest of scholars would easily lose their way in here. I should gather my thoughts before heading in. In the midst of Quellia, the titan who reigns over the domain of the skies is this colossal bird that overlooks the world beneath them with 100 eyes. As long as they continue to soar above the clouds, the people of Amphorius will remain trapped on the ground. Forebears were priests who worship Aquila. Nobody is more familiar with the taboos of the Sky Titan than her, seeing how Galia has sent her here as a guide. It's possible that she plans to have Hysison take on a trial in the future. Forest titans are a common topic of discussion. People create myths that in turn conceive titans. It's a tricky task to keep an objective view when among people of Amphorius. Is there a way to step out of the situation and look at it from a different perspective? Titans and Aeons. Titans and Aeons are two distinct classes of beings. Titans can communicate with us humans, and it is not impossible for us to overpower them. Upon their demise, we can even take over their divinity. In this regard, Titans can be said to be a lot more similar to humans than Aeons are. Crosshairs and demigods. Crosshairs are humans who possess heroic qualities, but most of them demonstrate extraordinary combat prowess and strength. Upon clearing a core flame trial, a Crosshair can even send to demigod and inherit Titan's divinity. Wait, something about that feels off. Is this a selection process of some sort? Guided by the process, the heroes are on a quest to reclaim the core flames and usher in the era Nova. Their efforts have seen gratifying results to date. As I expected, the prophecy is the hardest to make any sense of, but with barely any information to go on, and no matter how much I ruminate on it, it won't yield any results. I should leave this for another time. I should probably turn my attention to something else. Nobody could have imagined that Bisix's life would be forfeited the moment we landed on Amphorius. I should have done more to keep him safe, but it's not too late. We still have a fighting chance. The unique rules that govern life and death on Amphorius might just work in our favor and save him. The Grove is a veritable library of knowledge. Maybe they'll have records on a similar case. Please let there be one. Clock is ticking. I should search for clues as I move. See your animal side. Oh, see you. Glory, baby. Tasted animals. Take it off every table, yeah. I don't recognize that song. Let's do that. I do enjoy Set It Off a lot. Let's do that. Let's do that radio instead. Let's do Set It Off radio. Similar, your sizes. We from it all is truth. We pursue as we all beg you to kill the lights, kill the actor, kill the actress. I'm afraid that the spotlight got you out. What? Oh. Shut your mouth. Be sick with all the lies that you seal. Share it out in sun tide. False fun. Magma sisters are twisted in form and their life has turned to ash together with their souls. It's possible to figure out their form when they were still alive. These are the remains of a black tide monster. It does look different from the tinykin from up close. What's that underneath it? A scroll? A record debate between scholars. Most of it is eligible, leaving only fragments of dialogue. We all recall that state that dared touch the sky, but what were they really? Just blind masses manipulated by the ambitious politician who dared challenge the Titan's authority. Completely meaningless attempt, an absolute mistake. You aeronauticists have bowed to the Titans for so long. You've forgotten a scholar's true purpose. Making a mistake does not mean the act was meaningless. Even those students new to the Grove understand this from basic logic lessons. An entire city-state reduced to ashes provoked the skyship's construction was a mistake. To me, that's precisely the meaning they achieved through sacrifice. Am I hearing this right? Such a statement. Are you comparing to Venerazium? No, I'm simply examining the matter from another perspective. Interesting. As expected, the Grove doesn't forbid discussions about the sky. It is a debate between two scholars about the sky ships. Gilly also made mention of the ships when she interrupted us, a memory I'd rather forget. I'll hold on to this for now. With any luck, this journey won't leave us empty-handed. Now, I got this problem. Stand and tall. By yours aren't tears and toe. Do you need help? That's Ice, and why is she surrounded by so many monsters? As much faith as I have in her, it's probably a good idea to help her out.
Really now? This is way more trouble.
Need a hand?
Or you could sit back and watch.
I can't tell if you're serious or not, but being hard to read isn't without its perks, I suppose.
I'm kidding, Danny. Lend me a hand, pretty please.
God damn. Shoulder vibrates a lot. Okay, here's your rule. Kill the lights, kill the actor, kill the actress.
Guide you on your path.
The sunlight dodge you out.
So feeble. Receive divinity.
Even think about it. Don't even think about it, no. We're begging you to kill the lights, kill the actor, kill the actress, or kill us all. Silent and pure inside of me. You'll find a man once lost at sea, but all the while I would think to myself, it's not the end, it's not the end at all. So sick of nothing going right, still on along into the night. Not even death could stand in the way. You never even tried in the first place. Kill the actor, kill the actress. I'm afraid the spotlight dried you up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it, no. We're begging you to kill the lights, kill the actor, kill the actress, or kill us all. This place is practically in ruins. What happened? There shouldn't be this many monsters here.
The black tide is remarkably quick to detect the light of Amphorius. So or rather, the blessings of the Sky Priest in me, might have unknowingly called them to me. Anyway, never mind that for now. Here, you...
Well then, enlighten me. What exactly do you mean by examining from another perspective? Simple, you see. When we stand normally, the sky is above. When we stand on our heads, it's below our feet. I don't even want to know what kind of situation inspired you to make such exalted theories. By the way, I have a student who loves to write satirical comedies and once wrote about a fool who could not figure out a question no matter what. As I said, there's no reasoning with you venerationists. You're like dromas, huge yet always gazing downward at the earth. Well, I want to be the wasp that stings the dromas. What if the state's tyrants' defeat simply proved that among all paths to Aquilia, the skyship was the wrong one? Anaxagoras, you impious blasphemer, mark my words, you will eventually answer for your scralliage. I doubt your students, or that young teaching assistant girl, have any idea what secret research you're truly conducting. So the person in the question marks is Anaxagoras, and they're like, oh, what if the skyship was the wrong one? Anaxagoras, he's the scholar who fused himself with the core flame of reason.
This is new. I didn't know Professor Anaxa was researching the sky. He's never mentioned any...
Finance and Anaxia might be opposed to the flame chase journey.
Might is an understatement. Anaxa has never been one to venerate the gods, nor has he ever found it within himself to put any faith in the prophecy. People have come to think of him as a heretic, even in a place as liberal as the Grove. Yet, it is also this very blasphemer that Cersei's favors. Fate.
I picked up a scroll on my way here too. It looks like it might be related to the one you're holding.
Let me... By the looks of them, these scrolls are...
There's so much I don't know about the Grove. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Go ahead.
Who are...
The Grove of Epiphany is home to 7 schools of thought. While all 7 schools are founded on the ideologies of Thalesis, the first scholar, each is unique in its own way. Among them, the Venerationists revere and worship the Titans the most. As the sage of the Venerationists, Euthyphro has always been at loggerheads with Anaxa. If we were to place the 7 sages on the scales of Talanton, Anaxa and Euthyphro would be placed on opposite sides to achieve balance.
Very illustrative explanation, thank you. What's the mistake?
Nearly everyone in Amphorius has heard the story of the skyships by now. Aquila's stature is loftier than the heavens, and their divine retribution is merciless. That's why it's no use building giant skyfaring ships. Oh, but I do wonder if a supercharged mini treaty cannon could slip past their watch.
That was a joke, right?
Newsporists primarily study the application of alchemy in soul repair. Everyone considers Anaxa a blasphemer, but that has never stopped him from sharing his ideas, no matter how taboo. If you must say that he's hiding something, then it's likely what lies beneath. Anaxa often says that every failure brings us one step closer to the truth. Perhaps, to him, the crash of the skyship carries a different interpretation. The firmament is not impenetrable. On the contrary, it was precisely because the skyship represented the first step toward breaking free from the shackles of the earth that it provoked the wrath of the Sky Titan and brought divine... It's a shame that the majority of the Grove's research on Aquila was headed by the Venerationists, with sacrificial rituals making up a predominant part of their findings. Discourse about more esoteric subject matters in relation to Aquila dwindled even further after the skyship and...
Don't worry about it. We'll just collect everything we can find on the Titans for now. There's something else that's caught my attention, though. This says that Anaxa is conducting secret experiments of some sort.
That's what I'd like to know. What are these experiments he's involved in? I have a bad feeling about this. Could there be more to what happened at the Grove?
Yes. Not even could. It's a yes. There is 100%. Honkai Star Rail loves doing that. Okay.
This is the Library of Philia, a place where the Grove stores its collection of tomes. Other than books written by the 7 schools, you can also find philosophical texts, ballads, and religious writings from the Outlands here. Cities that desire to learn from the Grove were apparently expected to contribute knowledge of equal value to what they sought. We've had more than our fair share of hilarious episodes over the years. For instance, it's said that the Erythrocheramists once borrowed a manuscript from a certain author, but ended up returning a copy instead of the...
That seemed like a nice thing to do.
Nice? No need to hold yourself back, Danny. You can just tell it like it is.
Well, if you don't mind, does the Grove ever rob Castor and Kremnos?
You've got me there. Some said you couldn't even find a dictionary. There are too many books in the Library of Philia. Flipping through them all will take too long. Why don't we use the biblio...
Agreed, this place isn't safe. We should leave as soon as we're done. There's still several more scrolls strewn over the place. I'll gather them while you pull up those texts. This way nothing will be overlooked. Okay. That's cool. Kill us all. It's the same each and every night. Where I see with stupid bloodshot eyes. I'm self-torturing. Meds are failing me. Eternal clock of smithereens. Can't take this. I'm hopeless. My eyes are stapled open wide as I pray down round my side. I'm down seeing off these walls. TV of enemies. These are complaint letters from the scholars about Nixer, the blasphemer. There's a thick stack of letters. Based on that accumulated in the perfectly intact CS, the complainee did not even bother opening them and just chucked them inside into a corner. This is about an accident. I should read this. Hyson, you should come have a look too.
Ugh, it's so dusty in here. I can already see what they must have written. Anaxa has no respect for the gods. His very existence undermines order in our society.
Does the Nexa hold that much influence?
They call him the Great Performer. When Anaxer established his school of thought, the first thing he apparently did was read his own work. Are the Titans truly an accurate reflection of what humans think gods should be? Worlds created by gods are indubitably perfect, but what of Amphorius? Only foolishness and insensitivity everywhere you turn.
An uncanny impersonation. What happened
They
after?
marched him straight to the seat of judgment before he could finish. Though what he took on in the end was more of a debate than an actual trial. He had to address every one of the scholar's allegations, or face expulsion from the group. The first allegation was... Do you agree that since the Titans created the heaven...
Am I supposed to put myself in Nexa's shoes and answer that? The stone in the mist, the seas, skies, and the earth are all beyond the shadow of a doubt creations of the times.
would have probably been spared a lot of trouble if he had answered this way. Instead, he quoted past instances of the flame chase journey, and needless to say, his critics didn't take kindly to his answer. You claim to be studying souls, yet you are, in fact, defiling.
That's a serious allegation. Did he really do that?
Martha always wears an eye patch, never removing it, even when alone. Every being in the world owes their safekeeping to Kifili, and this is even more so for the Chrysos heirs who have divine blood coursing through them. Thankfully, they had no way to prove it, So it amounted to nothing more. One by one, Anaxa engaged in wars of words against those who would challenge him. Toward the end, it was only after a brief silence that he answered. I have never denied that Titans are meant to be noble
What he didn't say, that the Titans are not noble, rings louder in this case.
Yes. I'm not sure how that controversy was eventually resolved. But what's for certain, at least, is that Anaxa was allowed to stay in the grove. By the way, this stack of complaint letters has reminded me of a place in the grove. I'm talking about Anaxa's alchemy lab.
Given the Grove's meticulous approach to archiving and shit, could there really be such an oversight right under their noses?
A well-kept secret. Among the 7 sages, excluding the nominal chief sage, each has a private sanctuary where they can conduct research on. Even the administrators of the Library of Philia are restricted from accessing those. With the grove in this state, I'm sure.
I don't think he would mind. It's for research. He wouldn't mind. Run right on. Realizing that race is very self-torturing. My hands are failing me. Internal clock in smithereens. Syntaxes, I'm hopeless. My eyes are stapled open wide. I fade down on my side. I'm bouncing off these walls. I'm choking on my walk. Ceiling I cannot. I suck myself to bed, and I'm asleep when I am dead.
This is the place, but materials for alchemical experiments, matrix stack.
No one we didn't see any defense mechanisms along the way. Have you ever been here before?
No, not even close. Not only are alchemy experiments high-risk activities, but Professor Anaxa also has a penchant for using bizarre materials. Students often saw him walk in looking bright as rain, but come out covered in soot with his hair singed. Huh? That book?
These are materials requested the entire creation of the universal, fuck, I can't word. Alchemy doctrine and so on. Most of the materials look to be within the research domain of the not as far as school of thought. However, documented study on the Crystal Hair's background is mixed within. These appear to be quick note examining the background of Crystal Hair's, the Holy Maiden of Janulus, Trivi, Tryon, and sense of the Holy Maiden from the Temple of the Three Fates, Goldweaver Regalia, from the Minesta priestly family, the Prince of Castrum, Creamnose, Hyken of the Twilight Courtyard. All of their ancestry have varying degrees of connection to the divine titans or their divine authorities. Does golden blood come from the heritage of priest families or royal bloodlines? Naxxramas, I myself show no such connection. Kefla, the creator, what criteria did you use to create the golden blood to shape the cryospheres? Yet Castorus, the servant of death from Idonia, her lineage is neither titan priest nor demigod, but she has walked the earth for at least a millennium with the power to grant death to humans. Where did this power come from? Another text speaks of the dragon legend of Styxia. The alchemical extraction of soul ripped from dragon corpses is intriguing. Dragons appear to be the Titan's creations. Perhaps there's a way to reverse the process using alchemy to refuse human souls with Titan creations, increasing the period of divinity of golden blood towards the absolute. This theory must be tested. Experiments must be arranged.
What's going on? Anaxa is conducting research on our friends in Alchema.
His journal contains several intriguing points. From the Abyss of Fate to Castrum Creamnose, I've seen many a Titan creations during my time in Fortis. Life forms created by Ceres can also be found in the grove, but fusing those human souls through alchemical means, I can't even begin to imagine. Cryospheres. Anaxa seems to hold special interest in divinity coursing through Cryosphere's veins, and has even conducted a thorough investigation into the heroes' backgrounds.
It wouldn't have been so strange if he had focused only on Cassie, given her own curiosity about her origins. Plus, considering that the new sporists have crafted omnipotent medicines capable of curing diseases, now It seems Anax's objective was never to create medicine, but to identify the origin.
Through alchemy, Anax aims to refine the golden blood in the crystal hairs to a degree of purity equal to divinity. This must be what he means by close to true purity, between both Titan creations and the human body's materials to be used in alchemy experiments. That's really extreme.
Danny, look at this.
Oh no. Oh no. The previous approach has flaws. Fusing human souls with Titan creations does not fear golden blood. Even pure Titan creations are contaminants to the crystal hair's golden blood. Soul fusion between human and creations merely repair impurities of the soul or maintains connection to dying souls. While creation myths tell us that crystal hairs and other creations were all made by Titans, their nature differs fundamentally. The Titans' creations are no intermediate products of an alchemical process, and the crystal hairs are closer to the Titans than the creations. In other words, I should not have considered Titan creation equal to crystal hairs. The hypothesis I should focus on is one pointing towards the Titans themselves. Such rare chances to study Titan demands a meticulous selection of research subjects. Living Titans prove impossible to restrain. Dead Titans offer no insight worth pursuing, but dying Titans, they are the perfect research subjects. Only by understanding the fundamentals of creation can we ensure perfection at the moment of everything's birth. Through my own hands, I will melt a Titan and reach the true essence of the soul.
My biggest fear. It's come true. After going through his notes, I think I can piece it all together now. Anaxa was carrying out experiments on soul transmutation.
Do you mean he's trying to reconstruct human souls alchemically?
Yes, this is what he was secretly conducting research on. Something he had to keep hidden from others. Compared to his public speeches, this is the real blasphemy. Oh, I just thought of something.
What's wrong?
Do you remember when the Black Tide was approaching? The Grove had planned to send Cersei's...
But Cersei took over his body and resurrected him, which led to the situation.
But what if Professor Anax's fusion with the core flame of reason wasn't an accident?
What do you mean?
Put yourself in his shoes, knowing that the Black Tide was closing in and you're...
I put my theories to the test no matter the cost.
When the Black Tide came, the true reason Anaxa headed to the Luminary Throne was to transmute...
Did he succeed?
Judging from how he reacted after the event, the results came as a surprise. Maybe he failed to consider the possibility that Cersei's would make... The manuscripts detailing all the alchemical formulae have been taken away.
Could he have taken them for other purposes?
Like, what? There's only one Titan left in the world now. No. No way.
To conceive an entity of perfection, one must first understand the principles of creation. If Anaxa is in Okama now...
Carefully.
Oh, no.
Sir, this sky above us, it's not real, is it?
Of course not. This is just an image from a projection device used for educational purposes. A simple trick. The day-night cycle has been lost to this world. So that students like you may still learn about the night sky, astronomers have harnessed the Titan's miraculous power to manipulate the light, projecting the nights of the past here for you. Much like how the sky above the Holy City is also illuminated by Kefali's dawn device.
So, the skies of Akama are fake too.
You mustn't conclude that, Anaxa. You should know that only a child would expose a trick and be proud of it. Often people know more than they let on. They simply choose to feign ignorance because they have no other choice.
Bro, that's getting a little too real.
Then they're just deluding themselves. People believe in Kefali's tale of Genesis, accepting wholesale whatever the priests preach. But we're different. We've already walked out of the firelit cave of ignorance. We have already realized that we live in a world where Titans make the rules. Even when we look at the sky, we're only seeing what they allow us to see. Rather than gazing at this mockery of a night sky fabricated by them for the rest of my life, why shouldn't I be the one to take control of the projection device instead?
So much time has passed since you sowed the seeds of doubt in my heart, child. Many a night, I find myself penning down all my theories and wild ideas, only to burn them to ashes when I open my eyes in the day.
Why? Because we'll face death by burning if word gets out?
As a sage of the Venerationists, my soul has already become inextricably linked to the great tree. Every word I say and every move I make is certain to influence every leaf, every branch, even the tree itself. But above all else, my days are numbered. Instinctively, I have my doubts about the golden blood and the human soul, yet I have no means of verifying them. The golden blood in my veins is woefully thin, and I am loath to waste what little time I have left obsessing over a hypothesis that cannot even be proven in the first. But I can't.
Okay, well, I got distracted. Even when we look at the sky, we're only seeing what they allow us to see rather than gazing at this mockery of a night sky fabricated by them for the rest of my life. Why shouldn't I be the one to take control? So much time has passed since you sowed the seeds of doubt in my heart, child. Many a night, I find myself penning down all my theories and wild ideas, only to burn them to ashes when I open my eyes in the day. Why? Because we'll face death by burning if word gets out. As a sage of the Venerationists, my soul has already become inextricably linked to the great tree. Every word I say and every move I make is certain to influence every leaf, every branch, even the tree itself. But above all else, my days are numbered. Instinctively, I have my doubts about the golden blood in the human soul, yet I have no means of verifying them. The golden blood in my veins is woefully thin, and I'm loath to waste what little time I have left obsessing over a hypothesis. I can do it for us. The time is right. Give me all that I need, and I shall accomplish this grand feat of...
Sir, I can do it for us. The time is right. Give me all that I need, and I shall accomplish this grand feat on your behalf.
You're right. I shall do just that. In the next meeting of the sages, I will spare no efforts fighting for the rights you deserve. Go. Establish your own school of thought. Find out what we are. Become the one who conquers the ultimate.
It's very nice he has someone who believes in him and is by his side.
Child of humanity, you didn't go to such lengths for an audience with Kefali.
So, if I were as foolish as a Dromus, perhaps I'd throw myself down and prostrate before their greatness, begging for the gods' prophetic wisdom. Well,
are we getting my insane husbando now?
I'm no Dromus. Alas, I am a human, standing tall on 2 feet, possessing both intellect and pride.
Before such power, does it make any difference whether you're a human or a Dromus?
I will start ads early. We got 1 minute till ads officially start, but I'll start them because it seems like important shit's gonna happen soon. Rise and bury side my eyes. It's my glorious mess. Everything I see. My sanity is spent. Just tell me where my time went. I'm losing it. Attention, all insomniacs, please raise your right hand and kindly repeat after me. I guess I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'm self-torturing. My meds are failing me. Internal clock and smithereens. Can't fix this. I'm hopeless. My eyes are stapled open wide as I lay down on my side. I am bouncing off these walls as I focus on the clock. Time stands still, but I cannot. I should stop myself in bed. I guess I'll sleep when I am dead. I can't do long. I guess I'll sleep when I am. Ads are done, let's go!
I'm sure you're familiar with the story of the Styxians.
Ooh.
When the raging waves threatened to swallow them, they didn't just give up and become sitting ducks. No. They constructed a dam that kept the roaring tide at bay, chaining down the mad Fagusa. They call me a blasphemer, Circes. But that doesn't mean I deny the existence of gods. As I see it, Titans are simply a force that mankind has yet to find a way to tame.
Oh? If power that rivals the Titans is what you crave, why not conform to the prophecy and brave the trial?
Why stop at harnessing the power of the Titans when I can do so much more? The source
What do
of
you mean?
life is what I wish to grasp, to understand what makes up the soul, and to learn what we really are. Thanks to you, I've had the chance to personally verify, in more ways than one, that the soul indeed ceases to exist in death. But where there is death, there is life. And where there is an end, there must also be a beginning. How then is a soul born? That was the only unknown variable left in my calculations.
And by the sound of it, you have already formed a conjecture.
No, I have already drawn a conclusion. In my journey unto death just now, I finally saw the answer with my own eyes.
Professor Anaxa, I'm here. His life hangs by a thread. I must ask you to refrain from taking any unnecessary steps.
Of course. I'll bring this to a conclusive end, and give you the answer you so desire. However, in accordance with the principle of equivalent exchange, I must also demand...
As you wish.
Don't you care to know what the price might be?
It's a matter of uncovering the truth about the Death Titan and his survival. This may be the only time I can ever save someone's life. There is no need for me to think twice.
I see. In that case...
Oh no, we get to see my insane husband. Yay.
Indulge me. Am I correct to say that you intend to prove Thanatos' whereabouts and prove the nature of our existence now?
Hold on, let me get my YouTuber model up before we... There we go. I'm back for now.
Before I begin, I must confess I had been stuck in a cognitive trap all this time. As unrelated as these two propositions may seem at first glance, they are in fact logical equivalents. They are merely two different ways of telling us about what the soul is at its core. The reason I say this is, as I've mentioned earlier, the answer was hidden in my journey unto death.
Okay, YouTube Studio still lagging like a bitch. Okay.
Anaxa, you were in the Netherrealm?
Yes, I am but a living dead man now, but that's not important. What truly matters is, I overheard a conversation between heroes. That's not all. Remember how I said you were a part of that conversation too, Circes?
And I've told you that I have no recollection of such an event. That was likely just an illusion conjured up by the mind of a dying man.
Oh, is she dying yet, or she truly don't remember?
Of course you would remember.
Why?
Because that wasn't you. That was Calypso, one of the 7 sages of the Grove.
Calypso?
Huh? Oh, that's the name I made up on a whim when speaking to this girl. How do you know of it? And surely you jest. Don't you think I, of all people, would know if that were the name of one of the 7 sages under the shade of my tree? Don't you claim to know the Grove's past like the back of your hand?
It seems you've lost even the memories seared into your soul. Use your head, Circes. Since all of this took place in the realm of the dead, it stands to reason their likenesses are of souls from the past. The living cannot step foot into that world, so who could they be? Think about Calypso. Why does she share your likeness? Yet you have no idea who she is. The answer is evident, is it not? Those fallen heroes are the mortal incarnations of the Titans before their ascensions to godhood.
What?
The gods aren't master creators born out of thin air, and they are no different from humans, because they all
What?
Does this answer disappoint you?
Yes, because you've answered nothing. If I truly was once human, as you claim, then where do the children of humanity come from?
Even on the off chance that you speak the truth, this brings us no closer to grasping Thanatos' whereabouts. How are we to find...
I knew you would say that, but it matters not. I know what I'm doing. Actually,
you can revive...
Humans cannot return from the dead. Neither can God. But all we need to do is look at this from a different perspective, and the problem will resolve itself. If I'm reborn as Kefali, I can rebuild the world and all within it as they once did.
What the fuck?
Is it not?
I mean, in theory, yeah.
clues from Hyacinth and Danhung. Anaxa might be trying to do something with Kefali's divine body.
Kefali? But what could Anaxa want? Is the Council of Elders going to sit around and let such a sacrilegious act unfold?
That is not possible. He is indeed the great performer, capable of fooling anyone and everyone with his tricks.
I'm sorry.
No need for guilt, for this is good news to us. The Council of Elders has found themselves a traitorous ally. Anaxa's ambitious desires will be something we can exploit. What we should be doing now is to keep our eyes peeled for whichever trickery Kindness is up to, and react accordingly to thwart her plans.
Okay. Hopefully this one works a little bit better.
Being Akima's political center, the Demigod Council holds just as much significance as the Vortex of Genesis. Someday,
I don't know why VTube Studio's being a bitch today.
this site will take the place of the battlefield where you hunt gods. Become the next challenge you ought to overcome. Till then, it's best to get used to this place as soon as possible.
I'm gonna see if anyone else VTube Studio lagging on the stream. Oh, HSR. Oh. Why is it being weird? Oh, you have to manually do it. That's great. Okay, I might have got it working. Let's go try this again. Let's try having a model up again. Hopefully it don't wreck my PC. Oh, it looks like it is. Okay. I'll figure out YouTube Studio another day. I've never had this problem happening to me when playing Honkai Star Rail. And I'm gonna ask around about it.
Preposterous! The Christos heirs only have their standing because of the Council of Elders. How dare they trample over it?
It's been a while. What is that supposed to mean? Is this really the sort of person that the young lord praised as a ferocious warrior?
Yep.
It has indeed been some time, Lord Crateros. What brings you...
Shh. Keep it down. Be more vigilant. See those duplicitous dogs over there? I've already ordered my people to hold them back, but we should still lay low. Unless you're...
My bad.
No.
So, did something happen?
Did you hear thunderclaps last night?
Hooray, it's Akron! Someone's coming to save us!
What?
Don't worry about it.
He's been through a lot lately. Please pardon him. Can you...
Thunderclaps are beacon signals of strife. They are a message from the young lord. He threw a spear bearing several words.
Watch out. The Flame Reaver is back.
I guessed as much. We didn't actually kill them back at the...
I figured this is something you would want to know. We Kremnoans never back down from a fight. So if you plan...
You have my gratitude.
Remind her to be on her toes while you're at it. That vicious kindness has been on... Those lackeys she keeps undercover have been going in and out of the city a lot more frequently these days. Some even seem to be getting Kremnoans to defect to the council.
That's...
Looks like you can see it.
We should get back. Thank you.
Interesting.
By Catholic into Lantern above, as the Theoros, I have observed...
Aglaya, what?
I know about the poisonous fangs of that king snake through the golden threads. In the past, I would be confident.
What do you mean?
It is no longer about eloquence or arguments. I have been a demigod for far too long that I hardly have any humanity left. But this has come a lot sooner than I expected. But perhaps it is time. I need you to step up, Finan, in order for me to retreat behind the scenes.
Yes, this is my duty, but...
It is far easier for the Council of Elders to fool many than just fool one person. Their so-called more support is no more than a ruse to distribute power using words instead of lances. There is no glory in winning this debate. But that makes having respect for humans so much more priceless. Finan, you are a Chrysos heir with...
I appreciate what you've taught me, Aglaya. I hope we'll...
Oh, you've done well, Lord Calictus. Let me take over and personally close this debate for today. Dearest counselors, let it be known that I sorely miss the blissful times portrayed in lyrical poems. Back then, Amphorius was home to nearly 1,000 cities, each with their own local faith, while gods walked the earth and shared close bonds with humans.
I don't like her.
Yet, in the present, people from all over are forced to leave their homeland to seek refuge in the holy city, where they hope to rest under Kethali's protection. All of us have long been in the same boat, with no way out of this plight. We didn't have a choice in the past, but now, the Council of Elders brings to the table a new possibility. All I have left is one question for you. Would you rather strive toward the unheard of Era Nova, or return to the prosperous Era Chrysia of our past?
Okay, but we can't return to peace if there's no peace? Because
Which of the two would lead mortals to an ideal future?
because we can't. The reason we're only in this era is because of Black Tide. You need to get rid of the Black Tide in order to get this peace you require.
We all know that Erechrysia is a thing.
Welcome back, Keen.
Please enlighten me. How does the Council of Elders plan to turn back time?
Let the three titans of calamity be born, and Erechrysia is nevermore. But bring demise to those titans, and Erechrysia will descend upon us again. Know that the Council of Elders is never one to make empty promises. Look at who we have on our side. Anaxagoras, one of the Grove's 7 sages, and Castorus, Idonia's goddess of death. With the help of these two heroes, I can promise all of you that Erechrysia will exist once more.
Okay, but you still haven't explained the how.
Aren't they Chrysos heirs? They're supporting the Council of Elders instead?
It's clear from the start that these heroes do not get along well in their group. All the more proof that Aglaya isn't fit to speak on behalf of every Chrysos heir. I am in favor of Erechrysia.
Erechrysia!
How's stream so far? Alright. I'm waiting for my husbando to go insane mode. Or, well, more insane.
Castorus? Why are you standing over there?
You finally arrived, Anaxa. So have you, Cass.
Don't worry, Aglaya. Well, I know that you have many queries. Could you continue to converse like how the citizens normally do? Tell me, dear citizens, if we successfully retrieve and return Thanatos' core flame without anyone passing the Death Titan's trial, what would happen next?
The answer is simple. We will have a chance to rid the world of death and bring Amphorius back to an era when all beings live forever. We'll usher in a new future that will be entirely
Okay, so they're explaining more of the how.
from the flame chase journey.
He's one of the 7 sages. That's impossible.
Your proposal is much too idealistic. As long as the Black Tide still exists, how can we go back to the old days?
He also has a black and white.
What I previously said?
Hold on.
Epheme's core flame is guarded by the secret power of the Council of Elders. Plus, Fagusa's water curtain will be able to block out any external perceptions.
Hold on. So he has black and white. Finon also does.
Have any of you
I'm
ever
interested.
seen even a glimpse of the threat
Hmm.
that this person is talking about anywhere within the walls of this majestic holy city?
Oh. Could it be that you heard that from the Flame Reaver themselves?
I mean, I fought them.
Citizens, let's loudly sing the blessed hymn. Oh, beautiful old world, where
Oh, no.
are you now? Oh, legendary.
After the destruction of the 3 Titans of Calamity, the Flame Chase journey will have to end.
masses are now totally riled up.
Anaxa, pray tell. Everything that you've mentioned hinges on the premise that we can find Thanatos' existence, right?
Thank you, Lady Aglaya, for still caring about this city. However, dear citizens, we are truly fortunate and blessed. For Castoris, Idonia's goddess of death, will surely find Thanatos under my guidance.
He has that smug.
What? With that, I solemnly promise that the core
It's kind of cool they got
brings back will be
him to get a smug
by the
sometimes.
Council of Elders. Thereafter, if we are able to garner the support of all of you at the Citizens' Assembly, we shall spare no effort in ensuring that the Erechrysia will return to our world once again.
I'll be lurking now. Let me do. Get some rest. You had a long plane ride.
With the balance shattered, the result is clear. Buy carefully into Lenten above, as the Theoros I have observed. Akama has chosen her destiny. The issue up for discussion at this Citizens' Assembly shall be modified to the suspension of the Flame Chase journey. This resolution shall be put up on the Wall of Heroes, such that all citizens are aware of the city's way forward.
Aglaya, dear Aglaya, what has caused your heart to soften? You also don't seem to be as quick-witted as before.
Wag your tongue as much as you like. Since the Flame Chase journey has been preordained by the prophecy, our failure has never been on the cards.
Well then, I guess we'll find out if that's true at the Citizens' Assembly.
So we're about 3 hours in. So I think we'll stop here. I think we will stop here for today. I'm also upset that VTube Studio is acting weird. It would be nice if it wasn't being weird. But, you know. I'll raid my emote artist again. I will see you all on Sunday. I believe on Sunday we will be continuing.